Hello, my name is John Parham. The purpose of this video is to familiarize yourself with how the room is set up, how to interact with the training material, and what the role of the facilitators are. The only thing you'll have to bring to this event is a Wi-Fi enabled device, earbuds, or headsets. If you have headsets, we really do recommend that you bring them. It'll make some of the stations much easier to hear. We will provide all the tools and all the supplies for all the stations. Instead of a traditional classroom setup, this event is more self-directed. For most stations, there are two identical sets of jigs, so more than one person can perform the same task at the same time. Feel free to work alone or in groups. Watch the video and perform the task with the tools and supplies on the table. If there's something unclear about the video or the printed material, please ask a facilitator. That's why we're here. Once we answer your question and get you back on track, though, we're going to step away and let you work in private. We realize that everyone has their own unique way of learning, and sometimes if we're trying to teach you something the way we understand it, we might be interfering with your unique learning process. So we'll get you started, then we'll back away. Even if we see you doing something wrong as we walk by, we're not going to interrupt that learning process. Sometimes we learn more deeply by making mistakes, realizing those mistakes, and then getting ourselves back on track. But if you need a facilitator's help or want it, we're here. Some of the stations have station goal cards that summarize key ideas in the video you just watched. So when you get finished with that task, you can use that summary card to check your own work, to self-assess. If you would still like a facilitator to take a look, please let us know. We'll be glad to take a look at your work. You can start at any of the stations and go in any order. The string section, however, is built on progressive information. Especially if you're fairly new in this business, you might want to start with the first stringing station, which is 2.1 bending wire, and then do each one in succession: 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5. The sixth one is station 2.5.1, install, cut, and splice a wire. At that station, you're going to combine all the skills you learned in the previous 5 stations to do that. Doing the station that way, you'll benefit the most. We're doing our best to create a safe, stress-free, fun, hands-on environment where you can engage in this material in the way that you learn the best. So please watch the videos all the way through. There may be something at the very end of the video that'll be useful. So if you stop it short, you might miss something. If a tool is missing from the table, please let a facilitator know and we'll get one for you. The usual way of accessing videos is using QR codes. In this situation, however, there is no internet access, so the QR codes won't work. You will, however, be able to access all the videos from routers inside the room. All the videos will be loaded on each of the 3 routers. The routers will generate 3 unique Wi-Fi signals, or networks, and they'll have 3 unique IP addresses. The 3 network names will be Playground Blue, Playground Green, and Playground Red. Each router will have a slightly different logon protocol. So at the training event, we will clearly post the logon protocols for each of these 3 routers. Here's an example of how to log on to one of those networks. Let's do Playground Blue. Go to your Wi-Fi settings on your device. It'll automatically search for nearby networks. Click on the Playground Blue network. The password to log on to this network is 123456778. Once logged on, you may see a message that says you are no longer connected to the internet, which is correct. You are no longer vertically connected to the cloud. Instead, you are now horizontally connected to the router in the room. Navigate to the browser of your choice, Chrome, Safari, Firefox, where you would ordinarily enter a website name, such as ptg.org. Instead, you're going to enter the IP address of the router. In this case, the IP address of the blue router, or Playground Blue, is 10.10.10.222. On the router admin page, sometimes the language is in Chinese. If so, click the arrow at the right and scroll up and choose English. And then change the user from admin to guest and enter the password never quit. Click login. The next screen you'll see is the interface of the router. Notice there's a video section. Click on video and you'll see all the videos for all the stations listed here. If downloading the videos will make it easier to stream them and make the event more pleasant, then feel free to download them. We'll give you a printed logon set of instructions for either the red, blue, or the green router. Whichever color you receive, please let that be the default router that you use. That way we can more evenly distribute the streaming load on the routers. If you have a hard time on one network watching a video, feel free to use one of the others. I hope this information was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, call, text. Here's my contact information. I look forward to seeing you all there.